Aloha, my loves. Aloha to my soul tribe. This is Archeia Heidi. And it's been a few minutes since I've been on here, and I really felt like I needed to get back on and kind of do an update. And there's so much to share. But we just finished the Lionsgate portal, and I really feel like, can we all just take a collective breath together? Like a sigh of relief. Just big inhale. Wow. You know, I just want to share this with you really quick, is post Lionsgate that this is only the third year that I could really feel the energies. You know, I just, for those of you that didn't haven't followed since the beginning of my videos, I just had a Kundalini awakening in October of 2012. So I'm not one of those people that woke up 30 years ago and have been slowly releasing and growing my gifts. And no, I wasn't. I was in the camp of people that got activated in the last, 8 years. And 2018 was the first time that I felt the Lionsgate energy. So 2018 and, 2019, I had 2 days in bed of, for any of you that are scuba divers, you'll understand when I say I felt like I was atmospheres below the water. That it was, that pressure on your, I would say your skin, but like on your physical body. And I have since healed my Epstein-Barr. We can talk about that later. But I was symptomatic from 91. I healed it like in the last year. And I would always have massive symptoms because I was releasing during that time. So, you have all of those symptoms of detoxifying. So anyway, 2018 and 2019 were the first times I felt it. This year wasn't the 2 days. It was almost the entire portal. I want to say right around 8/8 is when it started kind of easing up for me. But it was intense. I spent a great deal of that time sleeping, having activations, integrating, sleeping, purging, continuing cycle. But so many people were activated during this particular Lionsgate, and others, were getting upgraded. It's really, really important right now. This is what I wanted to share about it. It's really important that we all are working with the energies that are helping us to release this fear, this collective fear that's in the air, and all this angst, that we are releasing that within us so that we can get to a place where we're holding the light. There's so much that is coming up, and we're constantly getting new information that's being released to the collective to, kind of slowly red pill them, slowly wake them up to, there's so much more out there than what's on the 6 o'clock news that they're feeding you. But that we release our own traumas enough to get to a point where we're holding the light. We're holding the light for the rest of the planet. This time right now, in this moment, this is why we came to this planet. So that we could help the collective of humanity, and we have to do it first because we are part of that. We're here in a third dimensional existence. We are part of it. But that we can help the collective of humanity by holding the light, by holding the vibration while the chaos goes around. So that they then can start dealing with it. Can you imagine what it would be like if 100% of us were going through purging and massive fear? There's massive fear already on the planet. Majority of people are feeling this, but there's enough of us that are trying, maybe not in all moments, but trying to hold a space of peace and holding the light. And if 100% of us weren't, can you even imagine? So anyway, I rambled a little bit, but I just, we're here to alchemize We're here to hold the light, to alchemize the density that's coming up. And that's just a reminder. So I'm just looking back at my notes to make sure I don't forget anything. So, you know what, I want to talk about a couple of things, because I've instituted some new things in my life. I've expanded on some other things, and that's really about, you know, a healing business. And I've been a Reiki practitioner for 4 or 5 years, somewhere in there. And for the most part, you know, it started with, I have goddess afternoons with my girlfriends, and I lived on a beautiful property, a Bali house out in the, I call it the jungle, in Haiku, on the north shore of Maui, but I call it the jungle. Amazing property with this gorgeous, like, outdoor bathroom area. Huge soaking tub, shower, whatnot, that within the plants, it was huge, that overlooked this gorgeous lily pond. And I would have a girlfriend at a time over, and I'd do Reiki on them, and I'd draw an Epsom salt bath and tell them just go and enjoy the lily pond. And it would just be, sometimes I'd make them, you know, a beautiful lunch, and you know, it was just sweet and precious, and it was me to give back to my girlfriends that I loved. And then it kind of went from there to assisting friends and family. Or maybe it was a client, or I managed vacation rentals on Maui. It was a guest that was sick or had a particular thing that I would say, hey, do you want me to work on you? But, you know, it's time to step up to the plate. It is time for us that know we're healers. I'm a Blu-ray healer. I know we're healers, to jump in there and get her done. So anyway, I am expanding, and I'm really just offering it to the public now. So if you don't know what Reiki is, it's a healing technique based on the principles that a practitioner can channel energy into a patient by means of touch to activate the natural healing process of the patient's body and restore physical and emotional well-being. In a nutshell, that's what Reiki is. You know, it's how Jesus healed. Jesus said, what I can do, you can do too. And it's energy coming from source down through my arms, through my hands, and I get out of the way. It goes into your body. It's really beautiful. So I am stepping that up. I am having a website built out right now, so it'll be easy to reach me. But I'm also going to put this in the link, but my email address is, I forgot. High Vibe Maui, HIGH, High Vibe Maui, @gmail.com. So what else did I want to share with you? I just started using this frequency device that I'm elated to share, and am starting to incorporate with my Reiki. It's called a Healy, Healy. It's a device that was designed and has been in Germany, and it was just released to America, to the US, and it's approved by the FDA. It's a microcurrent device. It was approved by the FDA for pain management, but it has a lot of non-medical applications. So before I share what those are with you, it's just this, let me put my notes down. It's just this tiny little square, and you can clip it on your clothes. People do a treatment and go to work, or use it at work, or walk around the house, vacuuming, doing the dishes, driving. I was driving with it yesterday, you know, whatever. But you just click it on you, or there's a little thing that you can put, you know, it on a lanyard. If you were to buy one for yourself, it's amazing for pain. Holy cow. What was I going to share? But if you were going to have a distance session, meaning here's an example, you know, I worked on somebody in Manhattan yesterday. So they're in New York, I'm on Maui. Obviously, I'm going to have the device with me, but if you were in person, you know, you can put it on your body. There's 2 leads, like an EKG, that go to these electrodes that you put on your body, normally on your wrists. But if you have pain, it needs to be like local near where that pain is, unless there's a program you're running that goes somewhere else. So in a nutshell, that's it. That's all it consists of, is 2 electrodes that go to this tiny little box. The other applications that aren't pain that were, so that's how the FDA approved it medically. The non-medical applications are sleep, mental balance, skin, learning. Oh my gosh, there's like 6 or 8 different learning things that really expand your mind, that help you to retain memory. And I'm gonna dive into those. Maybe I'll stop forgetting what I want to say. Fitness, beauty, meridians, chakras, your bioenergetic balance, and protection, like, from EMFs. My Healy contains over 120 programs. First thing it does is look at your chakras. Looks at your aura, and it looks at your chakras. And then kind of lets you know what's out of balance, what ones are kind of low, what you need to do, and then we run like a program analysis on you, and it just connects with your field. Run a program analysis on you, and it may give me 6 different things. That number 1, here's the biggest thing, that you've got an issue with your skin because you have some giant laceration that needs to be healed, or you've got an issue with your endocrine system, or whatever. It'll say sleep, like it knows that you're exhausted, or skin. It'll mention skin. I have a girlfriend that her skin turgor, like when you get dehydrated, your skin turgor, how you pinch your skin and it pops back to normal, takes way too long when you're dehydrated. Her skin turgor is off. It's really slow, like she's not retaining fluid even though she drinks a ton. Of course, the machine picked it up. So anyway, it's just fascinating. I worked on somebody yesterday, and by the way, I've only had it for 3 days, so I will share a lot more as I get more educated on it. Yesterday was my Who Wants to Be My Guinea Pig Day, and worked on somebody that's autistic, 20-year-old autistic person, that the feedback I got was, wow, even around this new moon, which is abnormal, I can't believe how calm he is. Wow, this is amazing, and how many people this could help. I mean, that was in a nutshell, the feedback I got. So I just wanted to share that. I do think that it's really exciting, and I've only had it for 2 days, so stay tuned. The last thing, because we're already at 12 minutes, I really don't want this to be too long. The last thing I wanted to share is, if you'll remember, I did an activation on water, and I told you about that, and the water's amazing. It's my sacred healing water. It's all I've been drinking for the last 2 years. I carry it in my water bottle everywhere. I don't drink water out anywhere. I don't drink anybody's water. I drink my water because I'm just anal about it. And if you want to know where to get it, email me, because the Company of Heaven has asked that this be provided to all of humanity for free, so that we can all heal and heal the planet, and it's really amazing. But just really quick, I just wanted to tell you, the holy water is collected from healing springs all over the planet. The specific healing water energy, vibration, and consciousness within the water and the areas from which the water was collected, which is like 50 or 60 healing springs all over our planet, has all been maintained, and its benefits for healing our bodies and our earth are within that water. Well, excuse me, my nose is itchy. I was guided to activate my kombucha. So my husband and I make kombucha. He's been making it since the 90s, long before anybody knew what kombucha was. When I remember when I met him and he was talking about it, I'm like, you what? And then I couldn't remember the name because, like, our sister-in-law drank too many glasses, and next thing you know, it was kompupu tea. It does regulate you. You don't want to down a ton of it when you're not used to drinking it. But anyway, I digressed. He's been making it a really long time, but now we make it together. I've got 23 gallons going at any given time, and I'll show you our area as I'm finishing up. But Spirit guided me to activate our kombucha. So I'm working on really expanding that business right now. And a name, kombucha activated kombucha. Oh, I'm working on it. But here's what it's activated to. The divine blueprint of heaven on earth, the immaculate concept of your physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies, the truth of limitless physical perfection, the tangible physical manifestation of eternal youth, vibrant health, radiant beauty, God's limitless flow of abundance, transfiguring divine love, happiness, yes, eternal peace, yes, and every other quality of God's perfection. And then healing of our planet. This is an additional one that I add. Healing of our planet absolutely everywhere this kombucha touches. Or my sacred healing water, but it's in the kombucha. Everywhere that it touches as it leaves our body. So I'm talking about through our urine, our feces, our sweat, and our breath. Because there's condensation in that. That everywhere that those molecules land on the earth, that it's healing it. So anyway, that's what it's activated to, and I'm really excited to be offering that. If you're on Maui and you want some, email me or call me if you got my number. And if not, if you're not on Maui, until we have it commercially done, I don't see mailing it. I think it'd be way too expensive. But if you want to spend a lot of money on kombucha, I can mail it to you. I highly doubt anybody would want to do that. Anyway, I think that's it. It's a little longer than I wanted it to be, but I felt like I had a lot I wanted to share. I love you all, my soul tribe, and I hope you're all doing fantastic. That you're remembering that this forced time out, according to the Company of Heaven, is really in allowing us to go within and really focus on ourselves, our internal environment, our internal dialogue, what's happening in there, releasing and taking on more light. That's what we need. So I love you, and I wish you an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.